Hi, I'm Nate. I'm 20 years old and I am a tertiary student in art. I identify as a trans male, but mostly a male that happens to be trans. Also identify as takatāpui, so that involves being Māori and queer. For me it was quite hard and long. I came up probably when I was about 12, from like varying different identities to who I am now. Your coming out story never really stops. Some of the responses that I've gotten from students are probably one of the best that I've ever gotten. I came in an artwork about a year ago actually, and it went down amazingly enough. But I've also had bad instances, but they weren't necessarily with students. A lecturer who used transphobic language in a lecture. Unfortunately, I didn't have the strength to pop up in a lecture and say that that was wrong. So I waited till the end and confronted this teacher, to which they said that they were right and that they kind of basically had the right to. And I had basically to come out to this teacher for them to understand that they were wrong and that this hurt me. Education is a definite key when it comes down to discrimination in a tertiary kind of environment, or any environment, to be honest. Yeah, so in high school I had absolutely no education whatsoever to do with what trans was. To be honest, it sucks. I think that kids around high school age, from like year 9, should be learning this type of thing. There's no reason why they shouldn't be. And I think that I would have benefited from learning what those types of things were. Yes, no, definitely. Even from people that I've dated before, I've experienced transphobia. I've experienced it from my family, from friends who didn't understand or weren't educated to watch things that they were saying would actually hurt me. I've experienced it in a university setting as well. Experienced it in a university setting, to which I find harsh. Definitely in settings that I felt as though I was not safe. Sometimes those would be whānau settings, which is kind of sucks to think about, that I have to be silent about who I am in front of my own family. But that's slowly changing. I never felt like I needed to in a university setting, because I do have those support people around me. I volunteer within my queer community as much as I can, also my takatāpui community. Yeah, I also create artworks that critically examine racism and transphobia within my communities and tell a personal story about my own life.